Ever feel like you're sleepwalking through your own life? Like you're going through the motions, checking all the boxes society handed you, but deep down something's screaming that this isn't it? That restless ache gnawing at you isn't anxiety. It's not depression. It's your soul literally shouting for your attention. Most people ignore that whisper. They drown it out with Netflix binges, social media scrolling, or whatever numbs the noise. But you're here, which means you're different. You're ready to listen to what that voice has been trying to tell you all along. Here's what that whisper really means. It's not random. It's not some cosmic joke. That feeling of being lost, of not fitting in, of knowing there's something more you're supposed to be doing. That's your internal GPS recalibrating. Your soul knows you're off course, and it's desperately trying to redirect you back to your true path. Think about it. How many times have you felt like you're living someone else's life, following someone else's script? That's because you are. From the moment you were born, people started telling you who you should be, what you should want, how you should live. But your soul remembers who you really are underneath all that programming. But here's where it gets absolutely mind-blowing. You weren't born at this exact moment in history by accident. You didn't just randomly show up in 2025 in this chaotic, rapidly changing world by some cosmic coincidence. The timing of your existence is deliberate, intentional, strategic. You were born now because now is when the world needs exactly what you have to offer. Your specific combination of talents, experiences, perspectives, and yes, even your struggles, are perfectly designed for this moment in human history. Every generation faces unique challenges that require unique solutions. And you're part of the solution generation. That weird thing you're obsessed with, that skill everyone told you was useless, that perspective that makes you feel like an outsider, those aren't bugs in your system. They're features. They're exactly what humanity needs right now, even if nobody realizes it yet. But here's what really shocked me when I figured this out. All that pain you've been carrying, all those setbacks, disappointments, rejections, and failures that made you feel like the universe was punishing you, that wasn't punishment, that was preparation. Every time life knocked you down and you got back up, you built resilience muscle that most people don't have. Every time you felt misunderstood or rejected, you developed the independence to think for yourself. Every time you struggled while others seemed to coast, you developed the grit and determination that separates the chosen from the crowd. Your struggles weren't random, they were your training program. The universe doesn't waste pain. It uses pain to forge the exact tools you'll need for your mission. That breakup that destroyed you, it taught you about human nature. That job you lost, it pushed you towards something better. That family dysfunction that made you feel like an outsider, it gave you the perspective to help other people who feel lost. Everything that broke you actually built you. Every rejection was a redirection. Every closed door was guidance toward the right door. But most people miss this because they're so focused on the pain, they can't see the purpose behind it. Here's the truth. Nobody tells you about being chosen for something bigger. It doesn't make your life easier. It makes it more challenging. Being called to a higher purpose doesn't mean smooth sailing. It means you're going to be pulled out of your comfort zone repeatedly. It means you're going to have to develop strength you didn't know you had. Most people think being special means life hands you everything on a silver platter. That's not how it works. Special people get special challenges. They get tested harder because they're being prepared for bigger responsibilities. The universe doesn't choose the comfortable, it chooses the capable, and capability is forged in the fire of adversity. Right now, you might be thinking, but I don't feel special, I don't feel chosen, I feel lost and confused and scared. Perfect. That's exactly how every chosen person feels right before they step into their power. Confidence isn't a prerequisite for greatness, courage is, and courage isn't the absence of fear. It's feeling the fear and moving forward anyway. The people who change the world aren't the ones who felt ready. They're the ones who acted despite not feeling ready. They're the ones who heard the whisper, felt the fear, and said yes anyway. But that wasn't the whole story, because what I discovered next about readiness completely changed how I see everything. Here's the brutal truth about readiness that nobody wants to admit. You're never gonna feel ready, ever. That feeling of, I'll start when I'm more prepared, or I need to learn more first, or maybe next year when things calm down. That's not wisdom, that's fear wearing a sophisticated disguise. Readiness isn't a feeling, it's a decision. It's not something that happens to you, it's something you choose. And here's the kicker, momentum only builds after you say yes, not before. You don't get clarity by thinking about it more. You get clarity by taking action, and letting the path reveal itself as you walk it. Every person who ever changed anything started before they felt ready. Steve Jobs didn't feel ready when he dropped out of college. Oprah didn't feel ready when she took her first hosting job. Your favorite author didn't feel ready when they wrote their first book. They all had one thing in common. They acted despite the uncertainty, not because of certainty. But here's what's absolutely mind-blowing about this moment in history. The world isn't just asking for your gifts anymore. It's desperately begging for them. Humanity is going through the most massive transformation we've seen in centuries. Old systems are crumbling. Traditional ways of thinking are being exposed as outdated. Everything is shifting, and that shift requires people who can see what others can't. Your sensitivity that people called weakness, the world needs that now. Your weird way of connecting dots that others miss, that's exactly what's required for the challenges ahead. Your ability to question everything while others just follow, that's not rebellion. That's leadership for a new era. Think about what's happening right now. Mental health crises everywhere. People feeling more disconnected than ever, despite being more connected online. Traditional career paths disappearing. Young people losing hope. Environmental disasters forcing us to completely rethink how we live. Political systems failing to address real problems. This isn't just random chaos. This is humanity outgrowing its old skin. And just like a snake needs to shed its skin to grow, we need to shed outdated ways of thinking, working, and living. But here's the thing about transformation. It's messy, it's uncomfortable, and it requires people brave enough to step forward when everyone else is stepping back. Your generation isn't just witnessing this transformation. You're the architects of what comes next. That restless energy you feel, that's not anxiety about the future. That's excitement about the future trying to build itself through you. But let's talk about something nobody mentions when they're telling you to follow your dreams. All that pressure you've been feeling, all those impossible standards, those crushing expectations, that feeling like you have to be perfect before you're allowed to contribute. That pressure isn't trying to destroy you. It's creating something extraordinary inside you. Diamonds aren't formed in comfortable conditions. They're created under intense pressure and heat, deep underground, over thousands of years. Every challenge you faced, every moment you felt like you were going to break, every time you had to dig deeper than you thought possible, that was the universe creating your diamond. Your resilience isn't just personal strength, it's a superpower this world desperately needs. Your ability to bounce back from rejection, that's what's going to help you persist when others quit. Your experience with disappointment, that's what's going to help you keep going when things don't work out the first time. Your familiarity with struggle, that's what's going to help you stay grounded when success comes. Most people haven't been tested the way you have. They haven't had to develop the same level of inner strength. They haven't had to learn how to create their own motivation when the world wasn't cheering them on. But you have, and that's not a disadvantage. That's your secret weapon. Right now, you're standing at a crossroads. One path leads back to playing small, hiding your gifts, convincing yourself you're not ready, waiting for someone else to give you permission to be who you really are. The other path leads to acknowledging what you already know deep down. You're not here to blend in, you're here to stand out. That idea that keeps coming back to you, that vision that feels too big, too crazy, too impossible, that's not your imagination running wild. That's your soul showing you exactly what you came here to do. It keeps returning because it's not going anywhere until you pay attention to it. The universe doesn't give you dreams that are too big for you. It gives you dreams that are exactly the right size for who you're becoming. But here's the catch. You only become that person by pursuing the dream, not by waiting until you feel worthy of it. Every day you postpone stepping into your purpose is another day the world goes without what only you can provide. Someone out there needs exactly what you have to offer. Someone is waiting for the solution you carry. Someone needs to hear your story, use your product, or benefit from your unique perspective. But that wasn't even the most shocking discovery. Because what I learned next about recognizing the signs completely changed everything I thought I knew about finding your purpose. Here's what blew my mind when I finally figured this out. The signs pointing to your purpose aren't hidden in some mystical, hard-to-interpret cosmic language. They're everywhere, literally everywhere. But most people miss them because they're looking for trumpets and fireworks when purpose actually whispers. The book that changed your life when everyone else thought it was boring? Sign? The conversation you had 3 years ago that you still think about? Sign? That problem you notice everywhere that drives you crazy because nobody else seems to care? Massive sign? Those random compliments people give you that you brush off because they seem too simple? Those aren't throwaway comments. Those are clues. Your purpose isn't announced with a billboard, it shows up in patterns. It reveals itself through what consistently captures your attention, what you naturally gravitate toward, what you can't stop thinking about even when you try. It's hidden in your obsessions, your frustrations, and yes, even your so-called weaknesses. That thing you do that feels effortless to you but impossible to others, that's not luck. That's your zone of genius trying to get your attention. The conversations that energize you instead of drain you, that's your soul telling you where you belong. The problems you see solutions for that others don't even recognize as problems yet, that's your unique contribution trying to emerge. But here's where most people get it completely wrong. They think they need to be perfect before they can make a difference. They think they need to have it all figured out, all their issues resolved, all their skills mastered before they're qualified to help anyone else. That's not just wrong, that's backwards. The world doesn't need more perfect people. Perfect people are boring. Perfect people are unrelatable. Perfect people can't connect with others who are struggling because they've forgotten what struggle feels like. What the world desperately needs right now is authentic people. Real people. People with scars who aren't afraid to show them. Your mess is your message. Your struggles are your strength. Your ability to be vulnerable about your journey is what's going to help others feel less alone in theirs. Nobody connects with perfection. People connect with authenticity. They connect with someone who says, I've been where you are, I know how it feels, and I can show you a way through. Every scar you carry is proof you survived something that could have destroyed you. Every mistake you've made and learned from is wisdom you can share. Every time you fell down and got back up, you developed resilience that can inspire others to do the same. Your imperfections aren't disqualifications, they're your credentials. Right now, while you're reading this, someone somewhere is praying for exactly what you have to offer. Someone needs to hear your story. Someone needs your perspective. Someone needs the solution you carry. Someone needs proof that it's possible to overcome what they're facing. And you are living proof. But here's what's absolutely crucial to understand. Your purpose isn't just about you. It's never just about you. It's about the ripple effect you create. It's about the people you inspire who go on to inspire others. It's about the problems you solve that make space for bigger solutions. It's about the example you set that gives others permission to step into their own power. When you hide your gifts, you're not just robbing yourself, you're robbing everyone who would benefit from what you have to offer. You're breaking a chain of positive impact that was supposed to flow through you to others. You're keeping solutions locked up that could change lives, including your own. The universe put specific dreams in your heart for a reason. Those aren't random fantasies. They're assignments, they're your marching orders. They're what you came here to do. And every day you ignore them is another day you're not fulfilling your end of the cosmic contract. Your moment isn't coming someday in the future when you feel more confident, more prepared, more worthy. Your moment is right now. This moment, as you're reading these words, the world needs what you have today, not tomorrow, not next year, not when you finally feel ready. Now, stop waiting for permission from people who don't understand your vision. Stop waiting for conditions to be perfect. Stop waiting to feel braver. Start where you are. Use what you have. Do what you can. Take one small step toward that thing that won't leave you alone. Send that message. Write that first page. Record that video. Have that conversation. Make that call. Your purpose is calling, not whispering anymore. Calling. Loudly. Urgently. Because this moment in history needs exactly what you came here to bring. Your unique combination of gifts, experiences, and perspectives isn't an accident. It's a solution the world has been waiting for. The question isn't whether you're meant for something bigger. You are. The question is whether you're finally ready to stop running from it and start running toward it. Your time is now. Your moment is here. Your purpose is waiting. What are you going to do about it?